feel like this clip in my hair and this makes me look like I'm at the hair salon. It's fine. Oh, hello. Welcome back to my channel. So today I figured I would do a 6-month update of us living in San Antonio. So here we go. So yes, Michael and I have lived here for almost 6 months. We absolutely love where we moved. Our story is that we lived in a small town in Arkansas. We lived there our whole lives. We met in high school. We've been together for 5.5 years, and we really just wanted more out of life, and we weren't really happy with where we were at. We weren't making enough, and we were just living to work. And I remember that was kind of the night that we decided. We went on vacation to see my parents, and the whole original goal was to end up in Austin, Texas, but we'll talk about that. But I remember we went and saw them, we came back to Arkansas, and we kind of looked at each other and we were like, why don't we go live somewhere fun that has things to do? Why do we stay here and just live to work? And the benefit of living where we lived was that we did have family, and I do miss them, and I would love today just to drive over to their house and spend the day. And that's kind of why we were there, was because it's all we've ever known and all of our family lives where we lived. But we are young and we wanted to better our futures, and we wanted to experience more out of life than just working 2 crappy jobs and watching TV at night. So we decided to make a change. So I started applying like crazy because I wanted to get out of there, and we didn't really have a plan. I always just kind of figure it out. That's how I operate. So I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna find something, and if I do, we'll talk about it, and I did. I originally applied for this position in Austin. It didn't work out. It's totally fine. But luckily that company reached out to me and had a position in San Antonio. So I came home and I talked to Michael, and we've never even thought about San Antonio. Never even crossed our minds. And we were like, you know, we're just trying to get closer to Austin, or just somewhere cool. I shouldn't say cool, I should say, like, you know, big city. So we talked about it. The money was better. The income was actually probably going to make more for us than we did combined where we were. So it was kind of impossible to say no. So we make the decision. We let his family know. That was really hard. Lots of tears. And we got to packing, and the more we packed, the more excited we were. I'm very thankful for my dad, who actually flew to Arkansas and drove with us back with all of our crap. And it was such an adventure, and it was a whirlwind. And I would say now that we're at 6 months, I'm kind of finally recovering from the move, because moving is a lot. So some highlights that we've had: we have a lot more to do now. Michael and I both are employed now, so we're making more than we ever have in our lives. And that's so awesome, because there's just so much to do, and I love Texas. We absolutely love Texas, and Texas has H-E-B. And if you're not familiar with H-E-B, you should familiarize yourself and take a trip, because H-E-B is the Texas grocery store. It's amazing. So I think it was night 2 of being in our new apartment, and we both looked at each other and we were both shocked, and we were like, what did we just do? Because it happened so fast. Michael quit his job, and since my income was sustainable, he quit his job and he was just gonna find something down here, because if not, I was gonna move here by myself, wouldn't have him. We have 2 cats. I didn't want to do it by myself. So luckily I was like, just quit your job. You'll have a minute to breathe. We'll figure it out. Like I said, that's how I operate. So he quit his job. We come here. My parents were awesome. Thanks, Mom and Dad. They've just been really helpful through this process, because it's a lot for a 21-year-old to move states by yourself, honestly. Without them, we probably wouldn't have been able to do it so quickly. So like I said, night 2, we're laying down and we're kind of in shock because there's nobody close to us. I mean, my parents are semi-close, but it's a drive still. So Michael and I have never lived somewhere in a vicinity where it's just he and I, and we don't know anyone. And I think that's one of the scariest parts of moving, even if you're just moving alone. If you're moving alone, that's probably terrifying. If you're moving in a group, like with your family, you're just with your family though, and would you get tired of each other? Would y'all fight more? You know, it's scary. But luckily we've made friends through our jobs, and we've kind of just started our new life here, and I think that's how it works itself out, is you just get in a new routine, you meet new people, and it becomes your new home, which it definitely has. And luckily all those people back home are still there, and we still talk to them, and Michael's family has already come to visit once, and the rest of our family is welcome to come visit us. We have guest space, my parents have guest space, so that really is a blessing. We have learned so much about one another. Michael and I, we have become closer than we ever have because we didn't have a choice, you know, it's just he and I. But we've had so much fun together, and we love spending time with our pets, and we thought that it was going to be a challenge to not have our friends and family here, and it is in some ways. But when it comes to the day-to-day, Michael and I have just been having so much fun and making so many memories. As you can see through my Instagram, follow me there. I post everything that we do. If you want to move, if you've lived in the same place your whole life and you've never experienced anything else, go try something else, because the place that you started will stay there. And if you move and you hate it, you can always go back, but you'll regret not going and trying that new place. Now that we're settled here and we're happier than we've ever been, we are now working on more personal goals. I've actually already lost 20 pounds since we moved, because I feel like we're more active and we're not eating out as much. Thank you to H-E-B for being so awesome. I feel like in our small little town that we lived in, there wasn't much to do. There was movie theater and lots of restaurants and shopping. So what did you do when you were bored and wanted to go out? You went shopping or you went eating. And I feel like a lot of our weight problem has come from that. So we are on the downswing, and hopefully going to be super skinny by 2020. We'll see. But I'm going to post more about that journey coming up. And I'm also going to post an apartment tour, because our apartment is so cute. But you should move. If there's anywhere in your mind that you've ever thought about moving to, if there's somewhere that's more fun than where you're currently living, if you're not happy with your job, sit there and ask yourself that question that we asked ourselves. Are we just living to work for our job? If your answer is yes, then you need to figure out something else, because that's not the point of this. That's not the point of life. Family, friends, good times. That's the point, not the job. The job is just to help you get to those things, honestly. And if you're all about your career and things like that, that's awesome. But I just feel like in today's generation, that's not the goal. The goal is just to be here and exist and have a good time. So that's our plan. We've been loving it. I'm gonna plan to do more updates, and I post a lot about us exploring San Antonio. Check out some of my videos, like my aquarium video and the zoo and the botanical, and then I'll plan to do some more Austin videos, because Austin is just as equally amazing as San Antonio. And if you have any questions, just comment down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope that y'all enjoy my story and kind of take away something from it and go live your best life. Future reference. And I like to keep these memories for myself. But we're moving. I got a job. We're moving between Austin and San Antonio. Hang on, I have to order. I got a job somewhere else. We currently live in Arkansas, and it's just, there's nothing here. There's nothing to do in the small town we live in, and it's where Michael and I met. It's where we grew up, and we want to go live in a cool big city near my family for a little bit. I haven't been near my family in 3.5 years, so we're excited. We're packing. I got the job yesterday. I'm moving in 2 weeks, and we weren't planning, like we weren't prepared. We're not already packed. We started packing last night. So I'm gonna kind of take y'all along on that journey of packing, I don't hit this, and the moving process, and just this whole adventure. And that's what it is. So I'm trying to remember through all the stress. It's literally 7:08. I work at 8. Couldn't sleep, so I got ready early, and I'm just kind of driving. But we're going on an adventure, and that's what we got to remember. So come along with us, and I'll try to film all of the highlights. And I'll talk more about this later. I'm just thinking. for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!